Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook. Get a sign-up bonus of 200% up to $25,000 when joining today. Sign up now. Terms and conditions apply.
Vote for IFL in this year's Sports Podcast Awards. Go to www.sportspodcastgroup.com and vote for us in Best Combat Sports Podcast and the Diverse Voices Awards categories. IFL Pod, available across all major streaming platforms now. This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV. We're at the Rising Stars Arabia show here in Abu Dhabi on Yas Island. I'm joined by, not fighting obviously tonight, but Jono Carroll. Some interesting scraps going on, isn't there?
Yeah, some very interesting scraps. Even that last one, I don't even know about the judges' scorecards there. The last one was a mad fight. I was not expecting it, so I'm enjoying the show. I have to say, it's a very, very good fight.
On a golf course, basically in the middle of a golf course here on Yas Island. It's not too cold, but it's probably going to get a bit nippy in a little while.
Yeah, but when you're in the ring, you heat up anyway, and then everyone here, the crowd, I have to say, the adrenaline was pumping. All these like Africans over here, it's just like there's some serious atmosphere here. I have to say, it's beautiful. I'm enjoying the show.
Absolutely. What's happening with you then? Obviously, are you kind of in a semi-camp, should we say?
Yeah, I'm in a semi-camp. There's a lot of good talk going on now at the minute, so I am training hard, getting the head down. But I'm hoping, please God, I can get this WBA title that I've been waiting for a very long time. It's been like over 2 years since I fought for the Eliminator, so I deserve my shot. But so now, finally, we're in talks with the champion and his team. So, please God, Monday we have a little bit of a knowledge on when the fight can possibly be made, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of talk, and I know there's a lot of people trying to make big fights and stuff, so everything at the minute is up in the air. There's just a lot of business. I love the sport of boxing, but I hate the business. So that's what's made me wait 2 years. I fought for the Eliminator a very long time ago. I think I should have got it a long time ago at this stage, but it is what it is, KUGAN.
Yeah, obviously, just in reference to you being in semi-camp, you're kind of keeping ready just in case a date is chucked at you then and you're not kind of behind on weight, etc.
Yes, exactly. Like, at the end of the day, if you're a professional, you need to be able to step in the ring anytime, especially if you're looking to fight for the title. You need to just be ready all the time. So I'm always training, I'm always looking after my body, and I'm always fighting like fit, but it's different when you're making weight. I've been making super featherweight since I've been 15. You know what I mean? I've done 60 kilos as an amateur, so now I'm doing 59 as a 31-year-old. It's a lot harder on the body at this stage, and I'm a lot bigger and a lot more muscular than I was when I was 15, you know? So, yeah, the body, I don't need time to get ready for a fight. I need time to lose the weight. Just get into shape, you know?
Is it a frustrating part of your career at the moment for you in some ways?
Yeah, because I'm in limbo. Like, at this stage, it's like I haven't had like big fights in a very long time. Like a really big fight that like there's something I can sink my teeth into. And like I think at the end of the day, it's like if you haven't got that, I've already fought for world titles. I've already topped the bill and that. I'm just like, unless I have something that really gets me motivated, like some of these camps, I'm just like moseying my way through them. I'm just like, this is another day, another dollar. You know what I mean? Just getting it done. But there's nothing that I'm like, oh, I can't wait for this fight, or I want the fight to be now. Like there's nothing that even excites me about my last handful of fights, 5, 6 fights. So like, even the last fight was decent. Don't get me wrong. Like, but because he couldn't speak English, it was one of them. I couldn't wind him up. I couldn't get under the skin. I like all those things about fighting. You know what I mean? It's not just necessarily the fight. I like the build-up. I like slagging people. I like getting under people's skin. Like the last good one that I can really remember was Scott Quigg, and because he was biting back on all the things I was showing at him, and it was enjoyable. You know what I mean? So like, they're the moments and the things that I remember when I'm thinking of my career.
Pre-COVID as well, wasn't it?
That was pre-COVID. That was a long time ago, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think I need a big fight, and it'd be great if it was with American, something like that, because you know they like to give it back as well. And it'd be just interesting. But it's something that I want. I wanted a world title. I've been waiting around just for this world title. I probably would have walked away from the sport if this carrot wasn't dangling for so long, to be honest.
Is it about what you can secure yourself financially, or is it about winning the world title for you?
No, at this stage it's about winning the world title and just kind of doing what I set out to do. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. I'm very goal orientated, so because of that, it's like this is one of my goals. I don't want to walk away from the career and be like, well, what if I had just stuck it out another year? Or what if I had stuck it out another 2 years? Like money, let me just tell you, there's a lot easier ways to make money than boxing. That's for sure. I've been broke so many times in this stupid sport. And I've had to get lanes just to get me through camp, and like it's just a joke. Like the business side of the sport is a melt, But again, I love what it's done. I love the people that it's brought me around and it's introduced me to. So there's loads of pluses to being a boxer, but then there's also lots of minuses, you know.
Okay, just before I let you go, I think the next fight is about to ring walk very shortly. But the talk of the town is the Middle East at the minute. Obviously, we're over in Abu Dhabi, but a lot happening in Saudi Arabia. We've got Tyson Fury and Usyk next month on the 17th, and then after that we've got Joshua and Ngannou on the 8th. So a lot happening over here.
Yeah, like, to be honest, there's a lot of money over here, and I just think fighters, like I said earlier, some fighters to be broke and in this stage of their career. So it's like if they're throwing the money on the table and they're making these big fights and super fights happening, like, I think it's a beautiful thing the way Frank Warren and Matchroom and Eddie Hearn is that they're coming together and stuff like that. I just think business-wise, when there's a certain amount of money put on the table, what can't there be done? And I think it's time now for these big fights to happen, you know. Like, I still would like to see Wilder and Joshua. Like, it's still a fight that interests me. I'd love to see Joshua and Fury, and then the Usyk and Fury is just like cherry on the cake. Really, it's great, but I don't think anyone else could have funded the money that these guys are all asking for and looking for. I don't think anyone else could have funded this. So these fights might have never have happened if it wasn't for somewhere like Saudi or Abu Dhabi, because they're pumping money into it, and it's a beautiful thing. And for me personally, I just I'm glad to be a part of it and be over the side of the world. It's even now, like, these shows, I've sparred a lot of guys on this show, so I feel for them. I'm half like, I would love to be fighting here tonight, you know, but at the same time, I want what I deserve, and that's the world title. But I think we're in talks with a lot of good people now at the minute, and hopefully we can even get the world title in Abu Dhabi. For me, this would be amazing. It's showing a big light, getting a world title in Abu Dhabi. And it just, I have a lot of things up my sleeve right now. I don't even want to say too much because it's all negotiations and talking and stuff like that, but there's a lot of big moves that can be happening here within the next year, and I'm hoping to be a part of it all, so it'd be beautiful if I am.
What do you think about that Aj and Ngannou fight?
I don't know, like, they're two monsters of men, and we've seen what Ngannou done to Fury. He made a very difficult, awkward night for Fury, and to be honest, like, AJ's very good, but he can be hit clean on the exchanges. And obviously Ngannou can punch, like, so it's one of those things, like, with big men, anything can happen. And then we seen...
Did you see an upset there?
Yeah, I can see an upset. I have hope not to see an upset, because as, like, a boxer, and you have to respect your own sport, I'm like, I love an underdog, don't be wrong. And, like, hearing Ngannou's story, all these things, is like, I actually wish he would do it in a way, but then I know Joshua. I've spoke to Joshua a few times. I like him. He's a nice fella. So personally, but for boxing's sake, I'm like, I can't see him knocking Joshua out. I don't want to see him knocking Joshua out, so it's not something that I want to put into the universe. But yeah, I think Joshua does it on the night, to be honest, and comfortably. But still, he's very awkward. It's gonna be an interesting fight, and because both men can bang, it's a very interesting one. Like, he knocked down Fury, but we seen Andy Ruiz dropped Joshua. So Joshua, like, can be a bit chinny at times as well. So very, very interesting. Very interesting.
Heavyweight boxing.
Heavyweight boxing, you have to love it.
Jono Carroll, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. We'll get updated as soon as you have any news regarding this WBA situation. And if you've got anything else you'd like to add before we finish?
No, I just want to say I'd love to be on these bills in Saudi, the big money fights. There are Abu Dhabi. Bring a world title to the UAE. That's what I want to do personally.
Thank you very much.
Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook. Get a sign-up bonus of 200% up to $25,000 when joining today. Sign up now. Terms and conditions apply.
Vote for IFL in this year's Sports Podcast Awards. Go to www.sportspodcastgroup.com and vote for us in Best Combat Sports Podcast and the Diverse Voices Awards categories. IFL Pod, available across all major streaming platforms now.